Very good morning. I'm Professor Mallika, working as a professor in the Department of Education, Media and Technology. Basically, I'm a computer science and engineering faculty. Okay, now heading the Department of Education, Media and Technology. So we have designed this 5 days training program where you can design and develop the educational media. So that is the objective of this program. So a lot of hands-on will be there, and the theory and the principles of making of it will be explained, and then the hands-on will be there. So I request all of you to be very attentive and let us practice whatever we are saying. So with this we'll start our sessions. So I request one by one to introduce yourself. You can unmute yourself and then tell your name and unmute your video also, so that I'll be happy to see your faces. First session, we will be talking about today on instructional design, as well as the over why there is a need for e-content development. All those things we will be able to see it in the morning session, and in the afternoon we'll be having some hands-on how to create a learning environment. Okay, and we'll have some discussion on it. And tomorrow you will be learning a tool, an authoring tool, where you can create a content with like a book form, but a digital one, where you can have audio, video, text, even assessment put together, and you can plug it in any LMS. Okay, so that is what you will be learning it tomorrow. That will be handled by Dr. Shanmuganidhi. And then, tomorrow afternoon, you will be learning another tool called H5P, where you can have interactive content development. Okay, so you can also create many e-content resources, like videos with quizzes, flashcards, and other things that Mr. Felix will be handling on it. And I would like to say that on Wednesday it is an holiday. Okay, and then we'll again meet on Thursday. So Thursday we'll have a session on to another tools. But before that, I will be telling how to what are the steps involved in producing a educational video, how to write the script, and how to storyboard it. Because it will these whatever we are doing it is common to everybody. Anyone can learn, because it is very necessary for a teacher to get updated in all those things, as we should be very resourceful, no? Yes. And in the afternoon session, you will be learning about different tools, collaborative tools and assessment tools. And on Friday, we'll be working on how to create OER content. That will be handled by Dr. Subha, and then Dr. Shobha will be handling many tools like assessment tools and other, how to gamify. Okay, that because the present day learners know they love to play games, and if you involve a gaming element in a non-gaming environment, it will be very useful. That what other some tools are there, so we will be able to learn on that. And on the Friday, I will be discussing about some other tools where you can create some immersive content also. So this is what we are planning. And in the middle, if you have any things required also, we'll be able to do it. I think we have covered all parts of it, and I will be also doing it how to create a video, and then how you can stream it on a YouTube or in a Facebook and other things. Okay, this is what the overall plan for this 5 days. Okay, though we don't work on Wednesday, we work on Saturday to compensate. So you'll be having 5 days training program, and mostly it will be hands-on. So better have a system with you. Mobile will not be okay. Now the present day students, they are all working with mobile, but still laptop will be good, because some of the things you have to download and use it, or you have to work on it. You may be finding it difficult to find where it is and all those menus and all. So you can use it, right? Better a laptop or a desktop will be useful when you're working on the tools. Okay, so with this, I would like to start my presentation for today. Morning session, we will be discussing. Okay, let us have a very interactive session. Why there is a need for e-content development? Everybody is talking, no? So why it is there? No, you might be knowing it, or you also do. You might be working on it, but still, I would like to emphasize the key points so that we learn many tools and we become a very resourceful person also. Okay. So let me share my screen. Just give me a minute. Okay. So to start with, no, so you might be knowing how the education system is now today, right? I think we have leveraged the internet technology, internet cloud technology, and we are able to access many things, isn't it? So if you just compare the previous things, let us say in the beginning we had only face-to-face classroom. The other part is on distance education. The two entities, they were two different entities. One is the regular classes where regular classroom learning where people used to come to the institute and learn. Other one was on the distance mode. These were two things, and they were two different entities. Of course, they had their own pedagogy and other things. And when this computer, LAN, online, everything came into it, so we also made, that is face-to-face classroom also made use of online learning, internet facilities, and all those things. Of course, the distance learning education also, from print media, it went into CDs, DVDs, and then now it is all through internet. The new media is the internet. Okay, so it is like that, and then because of this internet, cloud technology, you can access anywhere, anytime. Because of this, many innovative and interactive teaching methodologies were there, like flipped classrooms, virtual classrooms, okay, then blended learning, all these came. So now, if you look at the learning environment, it is all networked learning. Okay, we have a lot of communities who work on different things. We can get knowledge in that if you become a part of a community, and then knowledge building is there. It is all based upon the constructivism. Previously it is only because the learning was happening due to behaviorism, and then with connectivism. Now if you look at it, all these things put together, constructivism is happening because of the connectivism and the behaviorism. So this is how the present day education things are there. Okay, so I would like to ask you, are you a teacher of new generation students? Are you aware of online teaching tools and technology? Are you a skilled person to teach online effectively? Okay, so what is your answer for this? You can just put your answers in the chat window, and then you can give your answers. Okay, if you are or if you are a teacher of new generation students, and if you are aware of online teaching tools, you say yes, yes, or why. You can say otherwise. I think most of you would like to say yes, isn't it? Yes, that's good. Kumar says Kival Kumar. Okay, am I pronouncing it correctly? Otherwise, no, we'll become a 20th century teacher and we'll be obsolete in this 21st century. Fine. So, I would like to ask you a question. Okay. See, now the students whom you are teaching are all Generation Z learners. Okay. I belong to Generation X. You might belong to Generation Y. What is this X, Y, Z? If you ask me, people who are born between 1960s and 1980s, they are called as Generation X. Okay, then between 1980s and 1999 or before 2000, they are called Generation Y. And the present generation whom you're teaching, they're called as Generation Z. And then see X, Y, Z, then alpha, betas, like that it goes on. Okay, then the people born after 2020, they are called as Generation Alpha and something like that. Okay, so now the present day students whom you are addressing are all Generation Z learners. Let us just spend 1 or 2 minutes. How do the present day learners learn. Okay, just everyone put it in your chat window. So one or two characteristics, general characteristics. What do you know about your students? How do they learn? What are their preferences? What do they like? Particularly with the learning. Okay, learner characteristics or about learning. You can just put about their characteristics. Okay, can you just? I'll just give you a 1 minute. Okay, everyone can put it in the chat, and then yeah. So Deepthi Bala says that, Dr. Deepthi Bala says they learn from online. Yes, of course. Most of them are online learners. Next, everyone should actively participate. Okay, so just type it in the chat window. Assignments given or done by ChatGPT, right? That's true. Most of the students want self learning, okay, through online platforms, and they love animation graphics for learning. Wonderful. Okay, I have a session on that also, which I didn't tell it in the course overview. I have just put one session where you can create graphics. You can learn some animation. The tool will be introduced to you. Good, great. Then, so three people have given your answers. What about others? Just you are daily. You're seeing your students. What are their preferences? What are their characteristics? Okay, we should know our students. No, we should know our customer. What about others? At least one or two characteristics of them. Yeah. Dipti says yes, they learn from YouTube videos. Yes, they are visual learners. Okay, they learn a lot from videos. Yes, Arulmari, Rashmi, yes, Akilandeshwari, everyone. I want everyone to answer it. Preparing e-content. Who? Your students will prepare e-content or you have to prepare? Dr. Rajesh. Okay, so they prefer e-content. Maybe. Okay, we have to prepare e-content and they prefer e-content. Is it okay? Yeah, that is what we have to prepare e-content to, because their preferences is they want the digital content. They don't want anything. Even the books also they want the PDF form, or we have to share open books like that. Yes, only 30 percentage of the class is interactive. What about others? Others can type in. Yes. So let me say that, okay, consolidated, but I'm not getting 100% or even 80 percentage of interaction. Okay, I want more. Then only it will be very nice learning. We can just discuss and then do a lot of things. Okay. Yes, they are multimodal learners. What do you mean by multimodal learners? They learn from variety of sources. See, my screen, my content is not moving, no? Okay, we were learning about the Generation Z learners. Okay, first one is the multimodal learners. When I say multimodal learners, that means they learn from variety of sources. This in this present era, in the information era, it is possible for anyone to learn from videos, audios, and all those things, right? And then the next one is they are good at discovering information. Then they have very short attention span. That we have to note it down. They have a very short attention span. Okay. Can you tell me how short it is? Can you just put it in the chat window? How short it is? What is their attention span? Do you have any ideas about it? Put it in the chat window. It was 12 to 15 minutes. Now the research says it is around 7 to 10 minutes. So every teacher should know that, okay, the attention span of the students are around 10 minutes. And then they prefer a very flexible learning environment. They prefer a very relaxed, informal, simulating environment. Another one important thing we have to note it down is they prefer active learning. Okay, active learning is very much essential, and because they don't want to be passive listeners, sit and stare at us, so they want to actively participate in learning, and they prefer interaction and collaboration, and they are experiential learners. They want to learn from experience. Okay, and of course they are very comfortable with the technology. They are technology savvy, whereas I am a digital migrant, whereas the future generation or the present generation are digital natives. right? And they are multitasking and they are extremely relational and they learn a lot from peers. What do you mean by extremely relational? Extremely relational means, as a teacher, we should know that motivated learners learn more. So self motivation is very less. Very few people are self motivated. Others, there should be a push. That too, in that adolescent age, early adult or late adolescent age, motivation is plays a very major role. So we have to know that motivated learners learn more. So a lot of appreciation, encouragement that makes the students learn better. Okay, so these are the general learner characteristics. Okay, so if you look at the next thing, so because of this, no, our old traditional teaching methods will not be sufficient. Chalk and talk, memorization of facts, return test, and examination. All this is not sufficient. Okay, it will not be sufficient for the present day learners. Then, of course, there is a paradigm shift from the teacher centric learning to the learner centric learning. Okay, so the role of the teacher has changed now. So we are no more sage on the stage, not even guide by the side. We are co-constructor of learning. I'm also learning, my students are also learning, particularly in higher education. So only different names have been given: facilitator, resource person, guide by the side, co-constructor of learning. Okay, so the role of the teacher is changing. It is not just we keep telling whatever we know. Okay, we have to make the students learn. We cannot learn for them, but we can facilitate learning by providing active learning, and all those things. Okay, and the next one is, what are the interactive and innovative teaching methods available? Okay, the interactive and teaching methods of flipped learning, blended learning, collaborative sessions, gamification, usage of LMS, case studies, role play, video lectures, social media for discussion. I think most of you might be knowing few of these things. Sometimes you could have also employed some of these things. How many people are aware of flipped learning? Okay, flipped learning is one of the very successful teaching method. Okay, when it has been implemented meticulously, right? A lot of planning is required. Lot of the teacher has to be very resourceful. So in flipped learning means, like, resources has to be shared to the students before they come to the class. So the learning is pushed outside the classroom. The students can access anytime, anywhere. They can learn at their own pace with the provided the resources. It may be any type of resources. It can be an handout, or it can be a video, audio, or any simulation, animation, whatever is required for the content. The teacher shares the resources and gives sufficient time for them to learn from that resource. And they have to come to the institute, or they have to come to the classroom, where they'll be having discussion, activities, problem solving, and all those things will be done inside the class. Actually, the teacher will not be teaching again whatever is being shared online. Okay, so if you are going to push the learning outside the classroom, in that case, what happens is, the teacher gets lot of time for deeper for making an attempt for a deeper understanding and higher order thinking skills. Otherwise, no, we will be always ending up with the remember and understand level. The higher order ability will not be there. Okay, so that is where you have to do it. So the higher order thinking skills can be inculcated if you have some more time. Otherwise, we'll not have time to complete our syllabus, and we will be teaching. Are they learning? That's a big question mark. So the teacher has to create all the resources, share all the resources in some place where the place will be the LMS. It is between you and your students. So it is a mandate that everybody has to use an LMS where you can share your resources, and then you have to give them sufficient time. So the learning, they learn at their place, phase, or they take their own time, and then when they come to the class where you're given time for them, they discuss about it, right? So you can higher order thinking skills can be done, all these things can happen. So how many people have practiced or this flipped learning method and found it to be successful? Or if you have any, if you have encountered any challenges also, you can discuss with us. Okay, so you can just put it in your chat. How many people have implemented this methodology, innovative methodology called flipped learning, where you have given your things? Anyone has tried out in this group? Yes, Rajesh. Yes, it's not working for lower grade students. Students of varying interests as the issue. Yes, it is very difficult because they think, okay, the teacher has to teach, and because the last minute study, mostly for the examination sake, it will not work out. Okay, that type of student. So you have to make your students learn continuously. Okay, and that is one. And sir, Keval Kumar sir, you are saying it is not working for lower grade students. Actually, if it has been implemented effectively, you can definitely see the fruits of it. Why I'm saying this is, yes, the lower grade students, the slow learners, will take lot of time. You cannot expect them to share get everything immediately, so you have to give them sufficient time. Let us say you can share 1 or 2 weeks ahead the what are the programs, and in the schedule you have to say this is what I am going to discuss. For this you have to see this video and come, or you have to learn this notes and come. You have to keep on telling them in WhatsApp or in your class. You have to tell them, and when they come to the class, don't teach them. You tell them to discuss. You discuss about what they have learned. Okay, so some people could have understood, most so few people could have not even touched it. Okay, you have to say that, you have to do that, right? So when you keep on repeating that 2 or 3 times, they come to learn. And you give them some time in the class also, so for that they can discuss with their friends, with their thing, and give them problems, or give them some activities, so that they use the content whatever you have shared, and deeper understanding can be built upon it. Okay, so for us it is a challenge to devise the classes in such a way, because lecturing is a easy one. We know the content, we keep talking, we tell them, but making them learning participate in the learning is a challenge. So that is what, if you do that, the learning becomes very effective. Okay, so that we have to plan and we have to execute it. So that definitely it is a very innovative and very very successful one if it has been implemented. That in a long run, no, see, I can also share one slide. Okay, Harvard University conducted one experiment. Okay, it was a 16-week course. So they, what they did is, till 8 weeks they used the normal teaching method, and after the 8th week they divided it into two groups, A and B. And A was given the usual way of teaching method, and the B was given a method where active learning strategies was implemented. Okay, and it's not flipped, active learning strategies was implemented. So what happened is, when after every week they used to take the feedback. Group A used to give very good excellent feedback. Group B used to give okay, very good, good something, not as best as the group A. Then at the end they had an end exam. Then exam was conducted, and then when they compared the result, group B learning was more than the group A. They were able to meet the course outcomes better than the group A. That shows that active learning makes the learner participate in the learning, and they learn better. Okay, so if in a class, if there are a lot of activities where you, instead of giving assignments outside, You also said assignments are done by Chat GPT. Why? You can tell them to do it in the class, or let them discuss with the resources, whatever. Let them refer Chat GPT or their friends. Let them do it in the class. They can learn a lot by discussing. Okay, so a lot of activities if you give in the class with respect to your content, that will improve the learnings. Okay, otherwise it is I will be telling whatever I know as a teacher, and the students will be keeping it for the exam time, or whenever you give some assessment only they will be opening and learning. Okay, so that is the issue. Okay, fine. And of course, blended learning, it is the combination of online learning and offline learning. And then there are collaborative session, gamification. Gamification, you will be having one session in this course where you can gamify your sessions by using some tools also. Even without tools also, you can have gamification, that the strategies can be used. Okay, we'll be learning that in detail. Mm, of course, every I think most of you must be using LMS. If not, there is a need for an LMS. I will be taking one of the new Canvas in the afternoon session. It's a very wonderful LMS. Okay, if your institute is providing an LMS, you use that. Okay, okay. Apart from that, it is always better to know one more. So basic thing is, every teacher should know at least one LMS. Okay, and you have to use it, right? And the next one is the implication to the teachers. So we have seen the learner characteristics and what are the innovative teaching methods. When you look into it, what does it say? Long lectures are not recommended. Okay, so it will not help you. So if you keep on talking, learning will not happen. Okay, long lectures are not recommended. Teaching with technology will have greater impact. Okay, and then you have to mix up the methods, otherwise it will be monotonous. It will in order to break the monotonous, you have to give stimulus to various senses. Okay, so you have to mix up the method. You can use video clips, podcasts, concept chart, maps, clickers, presentation, and other tools. So there's a need for us to know all these tools, so that we keep the class engaging, because for any teacher, keeping the class engaging is an biggest challenge. Okay, of course, the next interesting thing is micro learning. These are creating small learning objects, and you can because now the students know they wanted it very crisp, and what they wanted, it should be given to them. Though they are good at exploring or discovering information and thing for their class, they wanted it like what you say, just in time learning, or they want to know what it is. So for that, micro learning will be very, very useful. You can create a small video, or you can create a small audio clip or a podcast, or some small interesting shots, which you can share it with your classroom, either in the LMS or in your WhatsApp, so that they can learn the terminology. They can learn small learn objectives in your course. Okay, so for that, micro learning is a very, very effective one. Then of course, usage of LMS. So these are the implications to the teachers. The next thing is, this we discussed, this is what I was discussing. Since it was not moving up, no, I was you maybe you might not have seen this things, how it has come. And the next one is, this is 21st century skills. This I will do it later. Okay, I wanted to work on this one. Why multimodal learning is important? Because in a class there are different types of learner. There are visual learners, auditory learner, read write learner, kinesthetic learner. So as a teacher, I cannot it is not possible for me to cater to the individual needs. But if you look at the present scenario, they say no, because you have to use AI for individualized personalized learning. Okay, how it is possible? Yes, without the technology, it is not possible for us to give a differentiated instruction. We can give only general instruction, which is a common instruction. We cannot cater to the individual needs. If you want to cater to the individual needs, then you have to use the technology. Okay, so the technology will improve. Now, if you see now, your AI, this LMS or any tool you take now, it is all AI powered. Okay, so it will know what type of person you are, what type of learner you are. Accordingly, it will give you the materials. Accordingly, it will give you the level of the content also. Okay, so it will see what type of learner you are, at what level you are. So it will push the next level of content to you. It has been designed in such a way, the LMS is having. So you can have an individual, the learner can have an individual learning path. Because of the technology, it is not possible. Otherwise, the teacher cannot design 60 different learning path, isn't it? It is very difficult for anyone. If it is for a few people, then it is different. If it is a mass, then we have to use the technology. The next is, yes. See, because of this multimedia, because of multimodal, you can construct the knowledge. See, I have seen many teachers, or we have also told them to use a mind map, a concept map, where you can construct the knowledge in the students. So when you're taking a topic or a chapter, you can tell the students to draw the concept map for it. So it will help them to understand their own learning, the metacognitive level. Okay, so how what they have learned, they can summarize it in a concept map or a mind map, or then it will be helpful for them to construct the knowledge. Or you can use some graphs, animation, many things. So if you are using different modes, it will be helpful for them, for the different types of students, to construct the knowledge. They can retain and they can represent, it can meet the learning outcomes. The second is the engagement. So if you want to engage the students in your class, okay, so you can use different tools, different modes. You can show them a video, then ask them some questions, or you can tell them to listen to a podcast, and then have a discussion on it. So if you want to engage the students, you have to use different modes. Okay, and then yes, one size will not fit all. For to cater to the diverse need, apart from our classroom teaching, we have to share the resources on the LMS. So this is very, very needed. So for every chapter or for every topic you take in your class, for in your course, you have to pick out, very apart from your teaching, a text material, a handout can be prepared, or a video can be prepared. If it is already existing, also you can make use of it, and you can carry on. Okay. The next one is, we'll look at this e-content. I was talking in the beginning why e-content is very, very important as a teacher. Yes, okay, e-content is digital content. Okay, anything electronic content only we call as a, e-content. It may be text, it may be images, graphics, animation, audio, video, anything. Okay, you can create it and you can put it in your website, or in your LMS, or even you can share it through some means. Okay, so over the net. Okay, I'm not using this one. Okay, maybe for the next class I'll be using all those QR code and getting some activities. Okay, e-content development. This is what. Okay, so now we look into the different forms of e-content. This is very important. So what are the different forms of e-content? First, we know text. Text is one form. Then visuals. If you take visuals, you have images and graphics. And then it can be a rich internet application, like an e-learning industry, no? So they put everything, text, audio, video, assessment, everything as one bundle. Okay, so it's a rich internet application you can have. or it can be a game, it can be a e-journal, okay, it can be a database, it can be a representation, it can be of any form, or it can be an audio, video, simulation, animation, or it can be interactives, e-books, okay. So all are different forms of e-content. And then you can have immersive content, okay. The immersive content can be of two types. One is augmented reality, another one is the virtual reality. The next is the energized book. Okay, we'll some most of the things you might be knowing. There will be little bit of confusion between some what is e-books, open books, and energized books. We'll spend some time on discussing about what is e-books. E-books are digital books. Okay, so let us say you're buying an e-book, maybe in Amazon or Kindle, whatever it is. You're spending some amount and you're buying a book. Okay, so then what is open books? What is open books? Free of cost, yes, free of cost, where it is free. Not only free, you can also revise it, remix it, redistribute it, share it, okay. You can retain it. So that is called free book is one, and open book is where apart from free, you can also retain, you can reuse, you can revise, remix, redistribute according to the license. Sometimes you cannot revise or remix it if it is having an equal to symbol. See, Creative Commons symbol, CC, you will be having a separate session on open thing also. If you have Creative Commons is an open license. According to the license, you can use it. So when a teacher can share an open book or an e-book, the teacher can share only open books. E-books you cannot share. Okay, it is for you. If you have purchased, and that copy is for you to learn or you to use it, but you cannot, though it is electronic and internet enables you to share it, legally it is not correct. Okay, you should not share an ebook with your students on your LMS or on your website. By pirating, that is different. I am not into that. I'm not talking about it. So when you're creating, when let us say there is an LMS or if there is a website for you, you cannot share a book on that, an ebook, okay. But you can share a open book, because already license is given for you to share it. Okay, so that is what. So always prefer using ebooks. You also create ebooks, sorry, open books. Always use open books, and then so you can use ebooks. That is only for you, but you cannot share it. Okay, when you want to share it, it should be an open book where you have the license to share it. Otherwise, the publisher, no, he will come and you see, even when you are working on journals and other things, only the open journal access, when it is having open journal access, only you are sharing, you can get it. Otherwise, let us say IEEE, ACM and all, you cannot get it because they have the copyrights. You have to be a member of it, you have to pay for it, and then only you can get the access of it. Different pirating, I'm not coming, but legally speaking, this is what you have to have it. So open books, ebooks. What is energized books? What is energized books? Energized books is the books which have QR code. Okay, energized book is which is having the QR code, right? So in those days, we never had this QR code, right? Now, if you have this QR, most of the books, NCRT books or CBSE books or our state books, what happens is every chapter, right from standard 1 to 12th, it has a QR code. When the Diksha application is downloaded, when you put your mobile phone on the QR code, it has a video, audio, 3D models, everything is coming, which is very effective, and the students make use of it, and they learn a lot. Better learning is happening. That is called energized book. The next thing is immersive content. That is the future, next level, where you can create augmented AR and VR, okay, augmenting digital objects on the physical world, or you can totally cut off from the real world and you can be in a virtual world. You can learn many things which is not possible right away. Let us say mining or a fire and other things, no, which you cannot attempt it directly. You can use this virtual reality. You can learn, like learning like pilots, through simulation they learn. Likewise, they can learn. So this is the next level of content. So these are the different forms of e-content. Okay. So now let us say, okay, you're continuously listening to it. So shall we have 10 minutes break and then come back? Yes. So welcome back. So in the previous session, we saw what are the learner characteristics, what are their learning preferences, how do they learn, and then we saw what are the innovative teaching methods and what is the role of the teacher. Okay, we have not, we are no more sage on the stage, not even guide by the side. We are co-constructor of learning, and then we saw some implications to the to teachers. Long lectures are not recommended. Teaching with technology will be having a greater impact. Okay. You have to mix up the methods and you have to be using different content. And then we saw why multimodal learning is important for knowledge construction, for engagement, to cater to the diverse learners. Multimodal learning is important. And then we saw what the different forms of e-content, and there we stopped for our break. Now we'll see the next thing is, so the e-content is there, different forms of e-content is there. There are some content which is where you can buy, okay, purchase of material. Some contents are freely available, that is, it is having open education resources. And then some content we ourselves can create it, self-production. And then let us say there may be a community of people creating it and it is freely available within the community. Maybe it is within SRM or VIT or some other institute, okay, or some DTEs, no, Andhra DTE will maybe creating something. So they, it will be used, it will be shared among the teachers of Andhra Pradesh. So like this, there can be communities or a network of institutions where they can exchange the existing material. So these are the four different ways you can access or you can have the e-content. Either you can purchase or you can use the freely available content which has been designated as an OER, open education resources, or you can produce yourself or you can exchange within the things. Okay, the first one is out of scope for us. The second, we will be learning about the second and third. Okay, this I'll come later. Okay. So in e-content development, there are some different types of tools. Some are graphics. See, we have to know how to create an image, okay, a flow chart or a ER diagram. See, many people are from computer in technology. So you will be learning about ER diagram or UML diagram. Or if you're a mechanical engineer, there will be some diagrams, okay, production line or whatever it is. Or of course you have your own software also like CAD and other things. Apart from that, for teaching and for preparing our content, no, we need some diagrams, block diagrams, images and other things. For that you should know some of the tools which you can create your own image, maybe a poster for your course or something like that. Okay, it can be an image or it can be any graphics which you use it in your teaching learning process. See, you have to understand there are two types of graphics. One is raster graphics, another one is vector graphics. What is raster graphics? Raster graphics is pixel elements. It is usually it is based upon the resolution. Okay, like if you take a JPEG or a PNG file, it has a resolutions. Okay, so many pixels. 720 by 1000 or 1024 into 1024 pixels. So better, the higher the resolution, better quality you will get it. That is called raster graphics. The other one is the vector graphics, where you will be where you can it is based upon the mathematical functions. Okay, when you want to zoom out, or if you want, it will have the mathematical function and you will get you can see the scaling it up. So let us say a PDF, when you're seeing a PDF in your mobile phone or anywhere, if you keep on saying control plus or zoom out, what will happen, it scales, it will not pixelate. It is clear and it will, you can see the zooming things, right? Whereas if you take a raster graphics, if you zoom out, if you keep on zooming it out, at one point of time you can see only squares, it will pixel it. Okay, so when you want to have a very good depth picture, better quality picture, you have to go for raster graphics. In let us say if you want to have a text, mostly text, and then or images which you have to scale up, in that case you have to go for vector. Like let us say our logos and other things, if it is vector it will be better. So you have to create some images according to your requirement. So there are many tools available for for creating, for editing these types of images. The next is the animation tools. Nowadays, even in the PowerPoint, you can create very good animations. There are some dedicated software to create animation, like a Partone, Blender. Blender is a free and open source tool where you can create very good animations. Okay, then audio editing tool. So if you want to create an audio clip, or if you want to have a podcast, then you have to go in for audio editing tools. Okay, recording you can do it even with a mobile, with with one microphone connected to the system. But when you want to edit it, whatever you have to record, cut, you have to suppress you have to filter the noise, or you have to have two or three tracks together, one at the BGM, another one like that. If you want to edit it, no, then you need audio editing tools. The next one is the video editing tools. Video editing tools are where you can record. You can after recording you have to edit it. You might have to insert some pictures, you want to insert some animation, or you want to insert some titles. For all these things you need to edit and video. So for that there are so many tools, video editing tools. And what is authoring tool? Authoring tool is putting everything. See, if you see graphics, you can work only on images. If you see animation, only animation, audio, video, these are separate tools. Authoring tools is like you can create a content with all the things. It can be an image, it can be a video, audio, assessment, interactiveness, everything you can put. That is called the authoring tools. We'll see some of these tools available. There are many tools available. These are the familiar tools which I have listed it. There are many certain things. Okay, so see, we have to understand there are three, like proprietary, or I can say copyright. Okay, there are some tools where you have to have the license. If you don't have a license, you will not be able to use it. That is proprietary or licensed software. The second thing is a free and open source software. So open source means the source code is available for us to modify it. If you are a profession, if you know about the um, tool, you want to add something, or you want to customize it to your regional language or something like that, then you can do it. Okay, so that is how you can work on it. And the next thing is freeware. Freeware is, it is free to use it, but you will not get the source code. Can you just give one common example, some software which is a freeware, you are using it? Just put it in your chat window. See, you know there are some proprietary software, there are free and open source software, there are freeware. Freeware means it is freely available. You need not buy any through license. We are making use of it. Some tools, Adobe Reader. Okay, Adobe Reader is a freeware, and then VLC Player, isn't it? Google Meet. So all these are freeware, but you don't get the source code. If you get the source code to modify it, then it is a free and open source. Great, good. What is shareware? Shareware. Like shareware is licensed only, but they'll give you like trial pack, no? So let us say MathLab, 1 month trial pack they'll give you. Okay, when we want to learn something, no, we can make use of it. And then if you want to develop it, then we, or if you want to further, if the time is reached, then we have to go in for the licensed one. They'll give you 7 days trial pack or the 1 month trial pack. All these are called the shareware. So you should know whether it is a proprietary licensed one, or a freeware, or a open source, or it is a shareware. So any of these type it will come. Okay, so these are the different. If you take graphics tools, there are many tools available, like Paint, Dia is available in Ubuntu and other things. Drawpad, Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, that is licensed one. The free and open source for Adobe Photoshop is a GIMP, graphical image manipulation program. That is a wonderful software, but is free and open source. The Inkspace is also another tool where you can create vector graphics. GIMP is for the raster graphics. Like that, there might be many, but I have named a few. Whichever I have put it in the red, they are popular and free open source. Draw.io. How many people have used Draw.io? It is like just like your Google Sheets or Google Docs. No, you need not have this Office software. On the go, you can just, only thing you need is an internet. Likewise, Draw.io also, when you're on the fly, when you're on the wherever you're going, you can just, if you have an internet, you can start creating an beautiful images. It can be a JPEG, or it can be a PNG, or a vector graphics, HTML graphics, whatever it is. You can start creating it, or you can also download it and work offline also. Both the options are available. It's a wonderful tool where you can create. There are many things available. I request all of you, maybe today's assignment will be to work on Draw.io. Okay, Draw.io. So let us let me. Okay, after finishing it, I will show a demonstration of it. So how many people have worked on Draw.io? Just put Draw.io in Google search engine and start working on it. Okay, it will tell you to create, what is it? You can store it in your Google Drive or Dropbox or GitHub, wherever you want, or in your local hard disk. And you can create wonderful drawings, flow charts, ER diagrams, UML diagrams, even floor plans. Then electrical people can create circuit diagrams, infographics, anything. And you can store it in whatever way you want. You want it in PNG or a JPEG or a SVG files, you can store it. And then you can put it in your PowerPoint or in your article or in your paper, whatever, or in your book, and then you can do it. So it is very easy to learn, and then a lot of facilities are available. That is wonderful tool. It is a best awarded online tool for creating images, for creating all these drawings and all. This is Draw.io. Okay, so this is regarding the graphics tools. The next is animation tools. If you look into the animation tools, you have many, like starting from Blender, Partune, Keyshot, Pencil 2C, then After Effects, Autodesk Maya, 3D Max, then Motion Builder. There are many. Most of these things are all licensed one. You have to have it. Some are freeware, like Partune gives you, okay, you can use it, no, like a wonderful small cartoon type 2D cartoons can be created using Partune, but that it will be said created by Partune, that watermark will be there. If you buy it, then the watermark will not be there. If it is free, it will just put that watermark. But Blender is an open and free software where you can use it. Okay, then the next thing is the audio and video audio editing tools. For audio editing tools, you have Audacity. It's a wonderful tool. Okay, where it is a free and open source software. You can download it. It is very small in size also. It will not take much time. Very immediately you can download it, and you can use it on the audios. Okay, you can trim or you can cut, you can edit your audios. Okay, so this is using it. So Audacity is there. There are many other software also available. Some are free, which is available in your mobile and other things. And then you have other licensed things like which comes along with the Adobe or Audition and other things. So the next is the video editing tools. So again, when you create a video, there are a lot of things for you to edit it. Maybe you want to insert a title or pictures or animation, then you have to go in for a video editing tools. Again, here you have proprietary licensed one, as well as you have this open source software also. So the most familiar and popular one is Adobe Premiere Pro for editing, and Final Cut Pro is also there. But Adobe Premiere Pro is been empowered with all AI and other things. A lot of things are there. Okay, and then you have some Camtasia, Screencast-O-Matic, some screencasting edit. What is it? Editing tools are also there, like OpenShot and Shortcut are free and open source tools. So here I have just given the name of the tools which are available for you for video editing. If your institute is providing the facility, you can use a licensed one. Otherwise, you can use the free and open source tools. Okay, the next one is the authoring tool. So we have seen tools for separately for images, graphics, animation. Sorry, animation or 3D. What is it? Audio editing tools, video editing tools. Then, if you want to create a learning package, okay, you need everything. No, you need text, you need audio, video. That will be very powerful. So there are some tools where you can put everything together and create it as a e-content. Okay, you can package it as an e-content. So there are some tools like Articulate Storyline, like e-learning industries. Mostly they use these type of tools to create the content. They have the framework. They put all those things like Adobe Captivate. That's a wonderful tool. Adobe Captivate, Articulate Storyline, Toolkit, Elucidate, and then EXE Learning. There are many things. I have just made some things. Okay, so there is one open source software, EXE Learning, which where you can create like a book. You can create, the book can contain text, images, audio, video, everything. It's a ebook. Okay, and then you can embed it into the because since it is SCORM compliance is there, you can put it in any LMS. Okay, like Moodle, any open source software, or any which permits, or you can integrate it as a third party into many of the softwares available. So these are the authoring tools. We call that as an authoring tool, where you can create a content with all different forms of things, like it can be image, audio, video, all those things. So for this to create, for you to create, you have to learn some of the, at least one of few tools you can learn, so that we'll be very resourceful. You can create your own, or if it is already there, if you want to do editing, if you want to alter it and make use of it, so there's an open content where you have the permission to alter it. You can do all those alteration. You edit it, revise it, remix it, and then you can share it also, right? So then you can either deploy it in two things. So either you can deploy it in the website or in the LMS. If it is an LMS, it is between you and your students. If it is on the website, it is for the whole world. So this is what. So the e-content can be of any tools, and we have to keep learning about these things where you can create effective tools for your classroom teaching, for your blended learning, for your whatnot, for micro learning and all those things. So now we have some time, 10 minutes we have. So what we'll do is, I told you, no, at the end of the class, I will tell you how to work on draw.io. You can just say, everyone, I think most of you are having the laptop. Okay, go to your Google search and then put draw.io. Okay, you might get this one, apps.diagrams.net, and it will ask you where you want to save the diagrams. You can choose the environment, whether it is on your device or Google Drive or wherever you want. You can reside, or even you can say reside later. I'm just using my Google Drive. So let us say I'm creating a new diagram. Whenever I'm creating a new diagram, okay, you can also have some templates also. See, you can have class diagrams. See, many people are from computer technology. You have the UML diagram or class diagram or flow chart or, yeah, entity relationship diagram, sequence diagram, anything you can create it here. Okay, and then you can also create mind maps. Okay, so many things you can do it. Just I want you to explore, and then let us say just see the big blue button will be there, create. Just click on it, give some names, or you can also uh, choose whatever. See, bitmap or vector graphics you want to create. You can just tell that and give some name for it. Okay, so now this is the um, work area you will be getting it. Okay, and you can also see more shapes. You can include whatever you want. So on what you want to work, first you decide and then start including it. See, if there are mechanical people, you can also use, there are so many things, production engineering, fluid. So those diagrams and those icons will be appearing. You can just put a tick mark and add it to it. Or if you're a computer science or networks you want to work, so many things are there, Cisco, IBM, and all those things are there. Okay, for mm, uh, web icons, and many things are there. Okay, flowcharts, and you can have add-ons also to this. I have seen wonderful, like for chemistry and for physics also, you have all those add-ons to it where you can keep adding all those things. So let me just say info. See electrical if you want. See, if you just say electrical, all the gates will be available. You can drag and drop. Okay, like this beautifully you can create things. So you can create a circuit diagram, see, like this. So it's an half adder. Okay. So like this, you can create it and you can save it. Many things like resistor, capacitors. Like so, I'll just give you 5 minutes. You can just go through it, and you can come up with. You can create. Okay. Is it okay for you? Just put it in the chat. Yes. Okay. Right. Work on it. You first of all you go through it and see how, and you can have collaborative work on it, you can share it, all just like on the go, on the fly you can work, need not down. Even if you wanted to work offline also, you can work offline. Okay, are you able to do something? You're able, if you have any doubts you can ask me, I'll be able to help you. See, you can create more shapes. Okay, you can click on more shapes, and in you can include, you can include clip arts. Okay, beautiful. So many things are available. You can then, or if you put a tick mark, this will be included. Then you can go for flow charts. Then Android. Many things are there. So according to your requirement, UML diagram, okay, or AWS, some network diagrams, okay, so many icons are there. Just drag and drop, okay, for blockchain and other things. So many things are there. Network. So network means you will get all the icons which are required. So beautiful block diagrams you can create for production engineers, like let us say. So these for the production engineers. Okay, for material science you have for fluid power. Okay, floor plan for civil engineers. Okay, this is very, like let us say you want to have very simple thing, not like a CAD diagram, but let us say how is your seating arrangements and other things. You can just put it in this, right? And then you can also have, even there are biology and chemistry clipart libraries for draw.io. See, let us say you want to create a diagram like this, beautiful diagram, no? So organic chemistry professor is also here. Okay, so you want to do something like this, so you can work on it. So go to draw.io, go to draw extension page, no, bio icons dot extension page. You can select the libraries what you want and you can launch it. So beautiful tips. So you can go to the see tips for creating illustration and infographics. So you
Yes.
can,
Yes, ma'am.
you want to say something, sir?
Yes, yes, madam. Okay, no problem. No issue.
Okay. See, it gives you how you can export a wide range of formats. Okay, choose the page scale. See all these chemistry things. No, you can have it. Okay, drag your favorite. So what you have to do is launch draw.io. After a short launch, icon library you can select will be displayed in the left panel. So you can just go here, then so extras. Go to this one. You see, you can go to bioicons.com extension. Okay, so then you can keep adding whatever you want. You want machine learning, molecular modeling, many things are there, right? So depending on how many categories you say, it may take 1 minute. Let me just say, okay, what I want. I don't know. Let me just do it and then launch draw.io. So what happens is after selecting it, you can see that all those things will appear. See here, all my bio icons diagrams have appeared here. Okay, so I can just work on it. Chemistry, if you want it, it is loading chemistry. Okay, then I can, this is the canvas. So I can drag and drop it. Okay, I can just enlarge it. Oh, sorry, I can move. Oh, this is. delete this one, this. Okay, if you just put it here and do it, it keeps in. If you just click on it and then, oh, this is, okay. And then many things, whatever diagram you want to create, you can create it. So a lot of things, all these things, no, so beautiful diagrams you can create. It is all open source. Okay. So it is not only for the engineers, it is for the science, anyone, and for infographics also. Like, let us say you want to create something like that, you can do it. So go here and you can add all those things apart from whatever is available, that you can also add it, and you can create it. After creating it, okay, after creating it, what you have to do is you have to go save as or export as. You can export it as a PNG, you can export it as a JPEG or an SVJ, PDF, anything, and you can save it and you can also publish it, right? So you can just make use of it, create a beautiful diagram for your content using draw.io. And there are a lot of things to learn. Okay, so you can search for any shape here, and it is see here, like so it is a free online drawing service that allows you to save your drawing locally or in many cloud providers. So you can store it in your Google Drive, Dropbox or GitHub, anything. Quickly assemble your figure with bio icons, add text and other shapes, and export them to variety of formats. Zero cost and preserve privacy. No registration required, and collaborative editing. You can also collaborate with somebody else, with another teacher or students, and then you can create the diagram. Okay, so you can add anything, neuroscience, all those computer hardware, many things are there apart from whatever is available. Okay, so you can work on it. Just if you want to know more about it, just say draw.io. Okay, even you can download it as a desktop. On the desktop also you can download it, and you can work. So this is for desktop. Not that you should always have an internet to do it. You can download it and work offline also. Okay, so how it is and all those things, it comes here. Okay, it's a free source. So any type of diagrams you can do. Okay, so I'll stop here. I request you to do work on it, learn more on it, use it effectively. Okay, so in this session we saw what is the second session, that is after the break. We saw the different forms of e-content and different popular tools. Okay, which may be categorized as a proprietary one, or open source, or freeware, or shareware. So what are the graphic editing tool, animation editing tool, audio editing tool, video editing tool, and authoring tools. One by one we will be learning many tools in this session. Okay, so is it okay?
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Madam, I tried to do along with your instruction. I want to construct a flow chart for psychological testing, ma'am. So
Okay.
while trying to do that, the flow chart is not fitting to. For example, I wanted to remove some particular block from a particular place,
Yeah.
but it is not
Okay.
happening. Even if it is, if I want to add another square, okay, another, for example, another
Can you share
rectangle I
your
want to
screen, madam? I will be.
actually, instead of doing that, ma'am,
Hmm.
for I actually I constructed a particular thing only for this one. That means instead of copying something from internet, I constructed my own way of presenting this. So I have written it in on paper. But when I'm trying to do this on the draw.io, it is not happening. I can share the particular paper in the WhatsApp
No,
group,
no, no.
madam.
You can share your screen itself.
Screen means I haven't done anything on the
Okay,
PPT,
you have
madam.
not done.
Yeah, I only did this on a paper.
Paper. Then what you have to do is, so let us say, for example, you can start working. I'll just delete it. Okay. So all those things you can delete it. And let us say if it is a flow chart, you can start working on it. Okay. So you can say flow charts. Okay. So your flow charts will come here. And you can say, let us say, like this, all those things you can do it.
Flow chart.
Drag and drop it. Okay. Flow chart, you put a tick mark and it will come here. And then you can start working on it. Right. So
Okay, okay, madam. Actually,
um,
my problem was that I'm selecting a particular model from the draw.io, so that
okay.
is not suiting to my needs.
Oh,
So
now
that is
you are able to get it.
yes, ma'am. I could get a empty canvas so that
Empty
I could
canvas, and then
yeah.
you select this more shapes. That blue button, more shapes. You click, and then you
Okay, ma'am.
click this flow chart or whatever you want. All those things will be appearing on your left side.
Okay, ma'am.
Apply,
I
and
understand, ma'am.
then you can drag and drop it. Okay. So
Okay,
let
ma'am.
us say
Instead of selecting a particular thing, I can create my own, ma'am.
yes.
Yes, this is what I understood.
Okay, this is you have to here it is for creating only. So
Okay,
let
ma'am.
us say you wanted, you can see, you can rotate it, right? And you
Okay, ma'am.
can whatever you want, you can do it, right?
Okay.
And then connect it. So I'm just showing you like this. You can have lot of things. You can do it, and then if you want to do some coloring also, you can color it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and then if
Okay.
you want to have some text on it, okay, start. Okay, so let us say start. Okay, start, and then it may be very crude. Okay, I'm just showing you. You can do
Okay, ma'am.
start, and then you just see your style, text, arrange, even the shape, size, everything you can arrange. It's so wonderful.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Okay.
And since the lines are there, no graphs are there, you can see what is the size and other things also. Otherwise, also you can see this position and all. Everything comes in the left hand side, right hand side. Okay, style,
Okay.
text, and all those things. Lines also you can choose. Okay, you can also create. You can sketch, or you can also shadow. You can create as a 3D.
Okay.
Many things are there, right?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Any other doubt? And then you can save this, and you can put it in your PPT also as a diagram. You can make all those things. It is wonderful, and then you can do it. And there are a lot of things, like you can have so many clip arts, shapes, mostly all engineering, science, mathematics, bio, neuroscience. All these diagrams and clip arts are available in draw.io. You can make use of it and create wonderful diagrams. Okay. So, okay, if you just practice it, you can at least one you create one image, okay, for your need, for your course, for any of your courses, and then later we can share it. You can take your time 1 or 2 days to work on it. Okay, then. Yeah. Yes. My assistant has given the form. He has put the form in the uh, chat window, so you can give you. It will be useful for taking us. Though we have the software for attendance also, this is one way of it. If you have missed, so you can you can just give your feedback, and this will be treated as an attendance for the morning session. So thank you very much.